Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality, coming back with you here today with an article from the Federalist dated June 5th, and this will file under, well, no duh sort of situation. So the article is titled Majority of Americans want corrupt FBI to be reformed or shut down. So, again, file this under, well, yeah. So, article says more than half of the nation, and 63%, want the FBI to face some form of punishment for weaponizing its power against the American people to achieve political goals. A new poll from Issues and Insights and TIPP suggests the FBI's years-long malfeasance, which includes misleading Congress, covering up corruption, manufacturing scandals, raiding the home of a former president, targeting innocent people based on their moral and political beliefs, and interfering in elections, is no secret to the majority of Americans who know the U.S. has a two-tiered system of justice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is just about like Russiagate sort of stuff that never actually happened. That could be election interference, manufacturing scandals. They cover up corruption like they have for a lot of left-wing folks, and then targeting innocent people based on moral and political beliefs, like what they were doing to parents at school board meetings, labeling them as domestic terrorists because, they don't want their kids to be exposed to deviant things. So, yeah, that sort of stuff. So, article continues, says the agency's laundry list of deeply rooted corruption became even more obvious in recent weeks after Special Counsel John Durham confirmed there was never any evidence to sustain the agency's seriously flawed Crossfire Hurricane investigation of collusion between then presidential candidate Donald Trump and Russia. It said of the 1,358 respondents surveyed between May 31st and June 2nd, mere weeks after the Durham report surfaced, 39% said they want the FBI to be reformed by Congress to keep it from meddling in future elections. Well, I think that's kind of necessary at this point. I mean, if they keep doing the wrong things and they've been exposed as doing illegal and immoral things, like, yeah, it should be either, reformed or get rid of it. As Americans' widespread contempt for the politicized federal agency is not exclusive to one voting bloc. That's good. So it says overall 75% of Republicans, 59% of Democrats, that's actually a much larger percentage than I thought it would be, and 57% of independents appear to understand that the FBI, that the FBI is a threat to the nation that must be addressed with some form of retribution or rehabilitation. It says only 15% of Americans believe the FBI should be left alone because it has already learned its lesson. Yeah, because that's how you fix things, is just going, oh yeah, we're just not going to actually, punish you at all. You're just going to sit there and think about it for a little bit, and then we're just going to assume you learned the lesson. Excuse me, not cutting that out. It says the desire to shut down the FBI is stronger among Republicans, 37% of whom said they want to see the agency torn down and then rebuilt from scratch. Can we do that, though? I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about that too literally, like just getting rid of it and starting over with like a new, like, new FBI or something, or is this something where it's just like you got to get rid of the people who are making the bad decisions, get rid of the rot? I mean, which way do we do that? So only 14% of Democrats agree that the FBI should be completely revamped. Okay, so that's probably more in line with what I figured up here. That figured to be like 14% of Democrats saying that we should get rid of them or do something about or fixing the problem, fixing the glitch. So it says, in total, 24% of Americans believe the FBI should face a forced collapse because it can't be trusted to do its job. Yeah, that's not good. The blue voters may not be fully on board with annihilating the FBI, but nearly half, it's 45%, said they think a congressional overhaul of the agency is a good idea. There's approximately 39% of Republican voters said they would be satisfied with a Congress-led purge of the nation's principal federal law enforcement agency. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. Says Americans' frustrations with their weaponized government have grown increasingly evident over the last year. Approximately 58% of registered voters said last summer that Attorney General Merrick Garland should enforce federal law prohibiting protests at the homes of Supreme Court justices following the Dobbs v. Jackson decision, while Garland was busy prosecuting his political opponents instead. That's true, and that dude needs to be impeached. I mean, he's about as partisan could possibly be. Go look up some of the stuff he's did. Like, basically, you could wave hi to him and it's like jail for 10 years, but if you're a left-winger and you punched him in the face, he'd be like, they didn't really mean it. Let him go. This is mere weeks after the FBI's partisan raid on former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in August of 2022. Nearly half of independents confess that the Department of Justice and the FBI are too political, corrupt, and not to be trusted. Ever since they took back the House in the 2022 midterm elections, Republicans have followed through on their promise to expose the partisan inner workings of the Department of Justice and its primary enforcement arm. Yeah, and that's been a really good thing that we've seen so far, is that, what's his face from Kentucky, Comer, has been like going balls out at this, and same with Jim Jordan as well. So they've been doing a really good job exposing this stuff. So keep it up, guys. Those GOP-led investigations into FBI duplicity are technically making good progress, yet as this poll demonstrates, committee hearings, letter writing campaigns, press conferences, and empty promises to defund the agency are not what the majority of Americans want when it comes to holding the government accountable. That's correct. If you're going to do bad things, you should not exist anymore. At least the government version of it. The department, if you will. It says, until Congress enacts concrete reform, the FBI's partisan targeting of Americans, reported retaliation against whistleblowers, and excessive stonewalling will continue while Americans' desires are ignored by their sworn representatives. That's correct. And as you can see in this article as I go on, there's a ton of hyperlinks in this article, just linking all the stuff that they're talking about. So I'd encourage you to check out the article, which is linked below. Check out all these hyperlinks if you're just not believing what I'm saying, because the proof is here. And then let me know what you think in the comments below about this. Do you think the FBI should be reformed or shut down, essentially just not exist anymore? Or do you think it should be, just reformed in a way that it's just, have it exist and make sure it's doing the job it was meant to do? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.